Hey skaters, what's up? My name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a little bit of a fun one. We hit 2,000 subscribers on this channel. Whoa, crazy. 2,000 of y'all are following me, and that's scary, but let's not talk about that. I sent out a post like 3 weeks ago when I was close to hitting 2,000, basically just asking for some questions because I want to do a Q&A style video, directly answering some of your questions, like getting to know me more. It'd be a great time. I just posted the Don't Forget Me teaser trailer video, which is basically just a teaser of the music video coming on the 16th when the song is sent out to all the streaming platforms. It's gonna be super fun. Make sure to go click the link in my description and watch the trailer. Now you get to hear my lovely voice for the first time. Let's just get started, and thank you again for this amazing journey. Hey, it's Morella. Congrats on 2K. What's your all-time favorite book that has been turned into a movie or TV show? There's so many good ones. I will say Hunger Games. The Hunger Games TV show is immaculate, and we have news that KOTLC, Keep the Lost Cities, boom, my all-time favorite book is getting a movie adaptation, which is going to be super exciting. I really hope they go through with it and it works out because I will thoroughly enjoy it because it's my favorite book series. What is the worst book you have ever read? The worst book that I think I've read is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab because I couldn't get into it. I just DNF'd it 60 pages in because it wasn't interesting to me at all. That's why I would say it's one of the worst books that I've read. Alright, another person asks, what advice would you have for someone who is new to Booktube? I always have a lot of advice. I've actually had a lot of people come up to me, even in my real life, like ask me, what is some advice you have for me, or what are some tips that you have for starting a YouTube channel? It doesn't even have to be a Booktube channel. Like, this is for anyone that wants to start any kind of channel. I'll say this, you have to engage with your community, respond to all the comments, because if you know, like if I'm on a video and I leave a comment, which I don't usually leave comments on other people's videos unless they're like smaller, and they reply to my comment, I get like all like jazzed up and like, oh, thank you for replying to my comment. So that's my main thing. Like, reply to people's comments if they do leave them because they'll come back. And then also I will say try to upload consistently and quality. If you don't have some sort of like once a week at the if you can do once a week, that would be perfect, because if you keep uploading videos and the more you do, you'll like build out your profile, you'll build out your portfolio, and people will want to keep watching. All right, Kevin asks, Hi, what is your favorite book? My favorite book of all time is Keeper of Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, or my favorite series. Favorite author, I would have to go with Sarah J. Maas. Every single book that I've ever read by her has slapped. Like, honestly, I don't think I've read a book from Sarah J. Maas except for this one novella book that we could clearly tell that there wasn't much effort in it. Every other book besides that one book has been amazing. I definitely recommend her as an author, young adult author. Favorite movie or serial? My favorite movie is actually Angry Birds 2. I love the Angry Birds franchise, so when they started making movies, I was all for it. But there's something about Angry Birds 2 that really just stood out because of the humor, the plotting, the world building. It's just so wacky and funny and cute at the same time. I just love Angry Birds. I love it. I love the movie. If you guys have not seen it, I think Angry Birds 2 is on Netflix. 100% recommend because it is so cute, like I said. Phoebe Schaefer, congratulations on 2K. You deserve every subscriber and more. Thank you so much. What was the first chapter book you really enjoyed? So actually, like the first chapter book series that I was reading was the Magic Treehouse books. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember those? The Magic Treehouse books? Those were amazing, where they would somehow go into their treehouse one day and they would like spin around and go into this new world and learn an adventure there. I also liked the Junie B. Jones books. I don't really remember those, but I remember reading them. Alright, Book Dragon. How long do you think you'll be doing Booktube? Oh, that's such a good question. So as you have seen over the last few months, I have went from uploading like 2 times a week to 1 time a week to kind of just uploading whenever I want. And that's because I am trying to like pursue other things. As you guys have seen, I've mentioned this before if you haven't heard about it. I'm diving a lot more into music. It is something that is giving me so much joy recently. I just love doing it, love recording, mixing, all that fun stuff. The whole recording process, honestly. And I don't know, I just love writing music, and so I've been doing that. And I'm finally releasing my first song. It's definitely costly, so I'm gonna think of like trying to create a Patreon for that because I need funds for music. But that's one thing that I'm doing, and so I don't know how long I'll be doing Booktube. I think I'll always upload occasionally, and it might get to a point where my other routes that I'm doing, my other channels, are being more successful, and like I'll only be uploading like once a month or something. But I still do want to upload here. Like, this is still my home, and I've always want to have this channel. I just don't know if I'll like want to have it forever, or like I want to upload so often on this channel, if that makes sense. Like, it all depends on what's being successful for me, because I don't want to spend so much time on something that's not giving me success or fulfillment too. If you could meet one fictional character, who would you want to meet? I would meet Keith Sensen from the Keeper Lost City series, because this man is the most complex character that I've ever seen in middle grade, honestly. Like, he is not only has such a great personality, but he has such a great story, because he's been introduced to loss and mourning and abuse and manipulation throughout his whole life. And so I just want to kind of talk to him, sit down and talk to him. I wish I could just have an interview with him, ask him about his life, how he's doing, because I love Keith. Keith is amazing. Alright, Herkman G, shout out to you for always supporting me. So who's your favorite superhero? I like Spider-Man. I don't know. I just like Spider-Man because not only do I like Tom Holland, but I just think that the superpowers and stuff is really cool. I also like The Flash. If you could choose 5 book characters to be your best friends, who would you choose? Okay, so we've got Keith from Keeper Lost Cities. We got Biana from Keeper Lost Cities. Dex from Keeper Lost Cities. Jency from Keeper Lost Cities, and Marika from Keeper Lost Cities. Those would be my 5. They're all from Keeper Lost Cities because I want to have some middle grade friends. Young adults, I'm not quite into the era where like I'm the same age as the young adult character, so I gotta go with middle grade. Alright, Zach asks, how long do you think you'll be doing YouTube/Booktube? I already answered this, I just want to repeat my answer. But yeah, YouTube in general, I'll always do it. I'm just experimenting, playing around. Like, these are my teenage years, so I want to kind of experiment with different things, and I know that I love doing YouTube, but what specifically on YouTube? And so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Alright, Book Hammy. Favorite middle grade and dystopian novels of all time. I have a playlist on my channel just for you, actually, called Book Recommendations, and I have a favorite middle grade books, and I also have a favorite dystopian books videos. So check out my book recommendation playlist for all my book recommendations, because I have so many different categories: fantasy recommendations, contemporary recommendations, dystopian, everything that you could ever imagine, young adult, quarantine. Like, there's so many different book recommendation videos on that playlist, so go check it out. Hello, Dally. Congrats on 2K. What character in a book do you feel describes me? Like I said earlier, like, I would want to hang out with Keith. Also, because he kind of represents me, I feel like some of his struggles are aligned with some of my struggles, and I feel like I've always connected to him on a different level. On my other channel, KTLC Fanbase, I've made actually quite a few like parody music videos, and that's where my love of music kind of came about, by making those parodies. And I just found it so easy to write about Keith's struggles and from his perspective, because I feel like I share some of those, like I said before. Okay, so Evie Grace, congratulations on 2,000 subscribers. I kind of want to know who or what gave you the idea of starting a YouTube channel. This was not the first channel that I created. The first channel that I co-started was the KOTC Fanbase, which I kind of joined very early on. I think we only had 3 videos up on that channel before I wanted to join that channel, and basically it was my friend who started that channel. I had started like little cute 6-year-old YouTube channel or 9-year-old YouTube channels in the past, but I finally started taking this one seriously, and that was because those videos that my friend had posted when he started the KOTC Fanbase channel, they were actually getting views and they were being successful. And so I was like, this sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I can do something that I love, because I always love doing videography and editing and stuff, and also have people watch it and engage with. That's my main thing. That's why I do YouTube, to engage with people. So seeing that people were engaging with the channel that my friend started, I was like, I need to hop on this, because, you know, I love engaging with people. And so we started that channel. That channel has now over 8,000 or 7,000 subscribers, almost 8,000 subscribers, and it's super cool to see how that's growing. But yeah, that's my main inspiration. It's actually you guys. Empire of Books. What inspires you or gives you video ideas? So on this channel, I don't know, I feel like I kind of just do a lot of staple videos like tags or wrap-ups, but I would just say look and see what other people are doing and let that inspire you. A really creative booktuber that I just love is Jack Edwards, because his video ideas on Booktube are like so not even in the Booktube box. He thinks outside the Booktube box, like with all the staple wrap-ups and TBRs, and he just does really fun bookish videos that aren't really related to Booktube. And I think I want to kind of strive to that path. I want to upload less but create more creative videos. And so he does like books like I read Olivia Rodrigo's favorite books, or I read Kim Kardashian's books, or reading only aesthetic books, you know, stuff like that. I really enjoy that, and so I'm starting to come up with ideas like that. Like reading only read books for a week, or like more detailed review videos. Like I feel like that's what gets me inspired, is by looking at other creators' videos. You're really consistent. How do you manage to upload videos for 2 channels along with studies when you don't have any motivation? Success is a motivation for me. The community too, it really motivates me, because like I feel like I'm letting you guys down if I don't post a video, so it's like I want to get a video out for you guys, if that makes sense. How do you analyze books as you read them, or do you like to analyze them on a reread? I don't analyze books reading them or rereading them. I only analyze books when I'm talking about them. Some books, like Six of Crows, for example, I was putting sticky notes in the books while I was reading it, but usually I can kind of remember what the book was talking about and I can, you know, share with you guys. But I don't really analyze books a lot unless I have like a gush review or a rant review. At what time do you like to read the most? Nighttime. I am so busy during the day, like you said, with like how to manage. Don't really have the time to read, but at a certain point I just say I'm not gonna work anymore. Like usually it's like 6 o'clock, but sometimes it gets later, especially during the summer, because I have a lot more projects that I'm working on. But after a certain time, I'm like, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna watch a little bit of YouTube, and then after like 9 or 9:30, I'm like, I'm gonna stop that, and then I'm going to reading, and I read from like 9:30 to when I fall asleep. Some days that's 9:45, I only read for 15 minutes, or sometimes it's like 2 hours, like kind of last night that I I read a lot. And I'll also say that I like to read during lunch, audiobooks, because I like to make lunch while I'm like reading an audiobook. Have you ever had your parents discover you reading late up at night? Not really. And it's probably not a concern. Katie, yay, Q&A. How are you? I'm doing great. I'm excited about my new single that's coming out. Don't forget me. I'll leave the links in the descriptions as always. Make sure to subscribe to my new channel, Troy Warren. I'm a little bit busy though, because I'm trying to do so much right now. Have you gotten enough sleep and eaten? I went to bed around 11:30 and I got up at 7:30. So I think at least 7 hours. So I think I got enough sleep, and I did eat today, so that's great. But what do you want me to draw you for this special occasion? What special occasion? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. You're gonna have to message me about that. What are you most looking forward to for the channel? Like I said earlier, I'm looking to create more creative videos, specifically departing away from all the booktube stuff that some people can find monotonous. Okay, how's Purple and Still Reads a Lot? Purple is doing great. I found Purple after losing her on a music video shoot, and then I also have Still Reads a Lot. Still Reads a Lot is doing good too. Favorite song at the moment? Okay, let me look. I've been listening to a ton of albums, so let me just go through all the albums that I'm loving. Dancing with the Devil, The Artist Starting Over by Demi Lovato. Their music is amazing. Jordy, the new Jordy album by Maroon 5. Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. Scaled and Icy by 21 Pilots. Those are like my favorites. Alright, so next is Miriam, and they say, what is your favorite genre? My favorite genre is fantasy, because I love it. I love the escape that fantasy gives me. And how old am I? I am 15, turning 16 like next month. Oh, that's scary. Raina, how are you? Doing good, like I said. If you could meet anyone real, who would it be? Olivia Rodrigo, for sure. She's such an inspiration to me as I'm starting music, and I could definitely use some tips. Have you ever been out of the country? Yes, I have actually. I went to Cancun, Mexico. Sorry, it was like in 2019. Yeah, late 2019, and it was super fun. It was like a resort, so I guess it wasn't really like the true country. Like the resort was definitely aimed at Americans, but it still was super nice. The beaches there, oh, were so great. Oh, also, I'm going to Costa Rica this summer. That's like our next big trip. We did the Cancun trip, and now we're going out of country again to Costa Rica, and I'm super excited to chill out the beach and finally stop working on things. What's one of my favorite quotes? Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. It is, what is a person if not the marks they leave behind? That's an amazing quote. What's your idea of a perfect afternoon? Reading, writing songs, watching a little bit of YouTube. I think that's all the questions. Okay, that took me way longer than I thought. I was like, I'm gonna zoom through this, but I didn't. But thank you so much. These are fun. I love doing Q&As. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Super excited. Hope this gave you an insight onto me, how I'm doing, what does the future look like for me, and it's gonna be great. Guys, I just posted the Don't Forget Me teaser trailer video, so make sure you go check that out, and subscribe to the Troy Warren channel. What else do I have to say? Do I have anything else to promote? I don't think so. Follow me on Instagram. My social media links are in the description. Leave a like on this video, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. And thank you to everyone who answered me questions and is supporting me, because I love you. So yeah, thank you and have a great day. Bye.